Hey everybody, Ryan here at eTrailer. Today on our 2012 Infiniti G25, we're going to be taking a look at the Thule Helium Pro bike rack. So the rack that we have here today can hold up to a total of 2 bikes, but if you need to carry an extra one, there's a 3-bike version available as well. So the way the rack works, it's going to hold our bike down in 3 spots. We're going to have 2 straps here along the top tube and a strap down here, which acts as a anti-sway. So that's going to help eliminate that side-to-side movement. That way our bikes won't bang into each other as we're going down the road. With that being said, let's go ahead and pull the bike off, take a better look at the rack itself. Super simple and easy. And then just push down on the tabs here. You can lift the straps up and over. Same thing with this one here. And one thing I do like is the arms are relatively narrow. And what that's going to do is make it a lot easier to pull your bike off the rack. You're not going to have to kind of wiggle it and fight it as we're getting it off here. So the cradles here, where our bike's frame is going to sit, are somewhat adjustable to accommodate different styles of frames. And they're also going to have a really soft rubber material on them. We're going to have that same material on the bottom of our straps too. That way we don't have to worry about our bike's paint getting all scratched up. I do recommend, whenever we're not using the rack, just to put those straps back in place. That way we don't have to worry about anything accidentally happening. Now with the rack in this position, it is going to add a little bit of length to our G25. And if you measure exactly by how much, looks like it's going to be about 35 inches. So although the G35 isn't a super long vehicle, it's definitely something to keep in mind whenever you're pulling into a tight parking spot or even your garage. Now, if you do need to free up a little bit of space, the arms do fold down and it makes it a little more compact. So if you pull up on this lever and swing the arms down and give you that extra room. So if you take that same measurement, looks like from the trunk here to the very edge, that's only going to be about 23 inches. So in this position, I really don't see it giving you any issues at all when you do go to pull in your garage or that tight spot. Now one of the big questions we get asked all the time in regards to these hitch-mounted bike racks is if you're still going to be able to get in and out of your trunk. Cool thing is with this one, you can get in and out of your trunk even with the rack in this upright position, and you have quite a bit of room. However, if you have something really big or heavy that you want to get out, you can make a little more space. Come down here to this lever, pull up on it. You're able to swing this down and out of the way. And then with those larger heavy items, you're going to have more than enough room to get them in and out of your Infiniti. So a nice touch that I really like is the fact that our rack is not only going to work with the smaller 1¼ by 1¼ hitches like we have here today on our Infiniti, but it can also work with the larger 2" by 2" ones. But if you have a couple vehicles in the household, chances are pretty good you'll be able to use a rack with both of them. And something that's really neat is it's going to have a built-in hitch pin, more or less. So this is going to take place of the traditional style hitch pin. And what I think is cool about it is, since it's built in, you're not going to have to worry about keeping track of that separate pin and clip. Everything's going to be integrated in the rack, and that's all you're going to have to worry about. We're also going to have this knob here, and when you tighten this down, it's going to act as an anti-rattle. So when you tighten that knob, it's going to take up all that play and slop here in the connection point, making it really tight. And what that's going to do is not only give your bikes a little bit more of a smooth ride, but since the rack isn't going to be jiggling around back here, it's really going to keep that ride inside of your Infiniti nice and quiet like it should be. But something that really sets this rack apart from any of the others is that it's made from aluminum. So it's going to be extremely lightweight and easy to handle. And that's going to be especially useful if you don't plan on leaving your rack on the back of your Infiniti for a while. If you throw it on whenever you go riding and take it off when you're done, you're not going to have to fight it. It comes out real easy, goes in real easy, and it's light enough so you can be able to store it even on the top shelf if you wanted to.
Here on our test course, we'll start by going through the slalom. This is going to show us the side-to-side action. This simulates turning corners or evasively maneuvering. Once we get to the alternating speed bumps, we'll see the twisting action. This will simulate hitting a curb or pothole or driving over uneven pavement.
And that'll finish up our look at of the Thule Helium Pro bike rack on our 2012 Infiniti G25.